Good to rock.
Hey, it's Mike and Anthony from the Full Send podcast. Just a small introduction of what we're going to be doing. I mean, there's going to be endless topics from A to B. Some of the stuff we may not be able to talk about, some stuff we will. Anthony's running all the computer stuff. He's the tech. I don't even know how to turn the computer on, to be honest with you. But yeah, he's running all that, and this is a team effort, my co-host, and I don't know. I hope you guys enjoy some of the stuff. If maybe there's something you guys want to hear or talk about, or you want to be on the podcast, or maybe a video or a topic, just hit me up, let me know, or let one of us know.
Yeah, and I think something's gonna be a little different than most podcasts. The name is what it is. We're gonna talk about things. Some people aren't gonna like what we got to say, and some people will. And I mean, we're open to both audiences for sure. But just don't be a pussy about it. Talk about what you got to talk about. We're gonna be bullshitting and talking about shit that some people might not agree with, and I think that's the whole point about it is, just getting some shit out there, airing some laundry out. You know what I mean? And just really getting after it. I think it's gonna be a good time. I really do.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's you don't know who you're gonna help by saying something, or it might be a topic somebody's really struggling with, or just life is too short as it is, and throughout this whole thing, I mean, a lot of people know me, some people don't know me. A lot of people know Anthony, don't know him, and I'll be sharing a lot of my personal stories because I could care less, and then that way you guys will really know who I am and where I came from.
I think this is just like an opportunity to really just kind of get shit out there, man. And you never know kind of what nerve you might strike and what kind of people, a lot of people might not be able to talk freely about some things. They might be kind of to themselves, and I think that's at least one of my focuses. I want to talk about shit that normally people try to hide. People don't want to talk about all the time. I think this is gonna be a good way to do that. But I think that's kind of what we're doing here, man. And we'll see how she goes, but we're gonna full send it, man. We're gonna fucking full send it, dude. That's all it is.
Only way to go.
I'm telling you, bro. Fucking commit, dude.
There's a lot of topics that I go through at work, in my truck, thinking like, man, what about this? What about that? And I don't even want to touch base on any of them because they're just, I'll get sidelined and start talking about this, that, and the other, and there might be shows that we might talk, about 15 different things, or maybe what happened during the week. But there's a lot of stuff that people go through that I know personally, that maybe me or Anthony might say something to touch their life to help them out, and there's gonna be some pussy fat people that basically don't like what we have to say, haters. But
fuck them.
Yeah, I mean it is what it is, dude. Just come on the show then if you got something to say, because anybody's welcome.
Yeah, I mean, all the different points of views and shit, I think that's the whole purpose of conversation, man, and that's what we're going to be having all the time is just a conversation, just talking about shit. And you can't have a conversation without somebody else, not having the other side, right. Not having that other point of view. And that's what causes a great conversation, and that's kind of what we're looking for, I'd say. So, I mean, definitely feel free at any given time to reach out and try to come on here and whether it's causing a ruckus or great, just touching base with something, either or. I'm sure we both were welcoming that. I mean, for better or for worse.
Right. Sounds like a marriage.
Something like that.
Yeah, I mean, if, it's throughout life, I've been the last probably 20 years, I've had people tell me, you gotta write a book or have a talk show, or I'm like, really? Why? I mean, why though, And I got thinking like, man, you know what? And Anthony, he's right on board. I mean, he's right there, the same, just a younger version, obviously. I'm old as dust, but he's there, and he's not afraid to talk about stuff. And like I said, I mean, there's stuff that people go through that, I might say something. I've been through a lot in my life, and there'll be certain times that I talk about that stuff, and a lot of you haven't or heard it or don't even know about it, but. Just with the last 5 years of my life has been a complete struggle with life, battling cancer and losing my dad and losing one of my best friends. And, this really sucks, but, life goes on and you really got to push through it, and you can't ever give up,
Oh, fuck no, man. I'm just super excited to see something, and I want, different personalities is what I think we're looking for, too, is Yeah, I also kind of want to learn because you never know what somebody else has got to say. And some people might not be able to talk about it right away, but once, you know what I mean, if we can get some guys on here or people on here that might have a different way of looking at things, I think that's going to cause some really good conversations. It's also going to make people kind of think a little bit more. And
Right.
that's kind of where I'm at too. Is I want to hear what people have to say.
Right.
You know, like there's a lot of different motherfuckers out there that, you know what I mean? There are, you know, like, you know,
Right.
talk about personalities. I mean, we're the same, but we're different. Is why we're
Just the
able
younger
to
version,
bullshit.
really.
Yeah,
I mean,
you know what I mean? So yeah, I think that's gonna be I think it's gonna be a good thing.
a lot of people don't want to talk about their personal life, and you know, I mean, there's some things I won't talk about, but about my kids and all that, but just with, you know, daily life struggles. You know, I mean, there's, you know, I know during COVID and all that, you know, I got, you know, going through a divorce, and you know, that was that first year, and it was rough, and there was a lot of stuff that I went through that nobody ever knew, and I just kept it to myself. And this is what has built my, you know, my name, Mike. You know, where I came from. A lot of people don't know even the struggle I had when I grew up as a kid. You know, sleeping in a garage my senior year, and meeting my older daughter's mother, and that saved my life. And that's a part of my life that people didn't know. And but like I said, you know, there's a lot of thought that's gone on in this for years. I've thought about doing this, and I've got a lot of funny ideas for shows. I got a lot of. I don't even give them out. You guys are gonna be really laughing.
Breadcrumbs.
Yeah, I mean, I'm super excited, and I couldn't ask a better guy to do this with me. I think Anthony and I are gonna be a really good duel, like Batman and Robin.
Fucking A, baby, rolling up. You know, and I love how you use the word limitations, dude. You know, that boundaries. I mean, that's something that I kind of want to push past because I'm kind of one of them dudes that do hide a lot of personal stuff. You know what I mean? I'm not a very open kind of dude when it comes to that, and I think this might be a good way for me to kind of like air out some of that shit and get it off my chest, which I think is not only good for me, but it also gives people a way to kind of understand that not everybody you see is all fine and dandy. You know, everybody's got their skeletons, everybody's got their issues, and I think it's gonna be a great platform to let people kind of get it off their chest. You know what I'm saying?
You know, like maybe topics just real quick, like talking about, you know, people just, you know, it's real quick for people to want to, you know, fuck and get into bed with somebody, but then they get pregnant, and oh yeah, we're going to get an abortion 5 or 6 different times down the road. Nobody, you know, wants the responsibility of having kids, but, you know, here I am 50 years old taking care of, you know, a 9 to 6 year old 4 days a week, and, you know, that's rough. And then working, and, you know, my oldest daughter helps me, and, you know, it's a daily battle and a struggle just to, you know, to go through. You got to full send it and never give up.
Fucking A.
You can't turn. You know, you give up and it's done. You lost.
Yeah, no, for sure, man. And I'm just beginning to kind of go through some of them hurdles and some of them fucking hiccups, dude. And like, there ain't a fucking book to this, dude. There's no fucking handbook that says, oh, if this happens to you, you do this, or if this happens to you, you do this, man. You know, you're always just figuring shit out, trying to come up with solutions and shit. And you know, it's a problem. There just ain't a book to this, man. I don't know, dude. And I'm starting to learn that firsthand, and you know, that's something I'm hoping to take away from this. Is some people might have gone through certain things that might help me in the future, or you know, I might be able to give some wisdom to other people that might be going through some shit. You know what I mean? You never know. So, but yeah, I think that's kind of like what we're aiming to do here is, you know, spread some light, some different information.
No, I agree totally. I mean, it's like I said, there's endless topics. You know, my brain's all over the place. I don't even, you know, want to start touching base on any of them because this person was basically just to introduce who we were, and everybody's been waiting for it, and we had to get everything up and running. Had a couple weeks of hard stuff going on with Anthony and myself, different things, and busy at work, and now we got everything in order. So I don't know, I'd like to try to maybe do this maybe once or twice a week at least, maybe 3, who knows? We live so close,
Yeah.
so you know, we could pop in and do an hour, you know, show or something, or. But I like to do a lot of them, and just maybe touch base. And like I said, if you guys, anybody wants to, you know, say, hey, you know, I want to be on a topic of talking about whatever, you know, we'll talk about it, figure out if that's cool, or you know, more than likely yes, but there's things that we probably shouldn't talk about.
Yeah, there's limitations.
Yeah, we can go around it.
Right. Yeah, but there's certain things.
Yeah, you can't just.
You know. But yeah, I think that's probably Probably it with the introduction. No,
Yeah.
unless you got something else.
Yep. So basically, just stay tuned for the more to come. I guess basically see what happens. I'm excited. Anthony's excited.
Fucking
and,
Andy, it's gonna be a blast. Get ready to fucking full send it.